Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I warmly welcome you back to Ndisco's Village Meeting podcast. Welcome to Series 3, Episode 46. How on a day? I am fine. Thank you for asking. It's another fun session with you guys. And I am really excited about this one. Again, we keep talking about Africa, society, and culture. And this is in all forms and shapes of that continent. And these are for the children of Africa in diaspora or at the homestead. And we are not leaving out any other lovers of Africa who would like to know a little bit about us and to come to visit, actually. But apart from that, we also delve into other topics of interest that could benefit Africa, borrowing from the outside world, or actually benchmarking some of those to what happens in Africa. So it's really an open for all kind of forum to be in. When we talk about Africa, we're talking about music, food, the way of life, the education of our young, the our style of living, our attires, and our folklores, and much, much more. So today, let's delve into one universal aspect of life that should make every one of us happy, alive, and humming. That's what I will say. This is a topic after my heart because I believe in it. And many of you who come to my wall, whether it's my Instagram or my Facebook or anywhere else that I appear, you see me up and enjoying this particular topic. And it's the joy of music. There is so much joy in music. I don't ask me when that started. It may have started for me at my childhood or from even birth or when I was still in my mom's tummy. But I have always been surrounded by music. Not that we have any musician in our midst or in the family. Um, but I think I caught that. My senior brother, he used to play a lot of music and God bless his soul. And I got that from him. And he used to play all genre, French, English, you name it. So maybe that's where I picked up from. And my dad used to sing a whole lot and dance at the same time. So, but most of you who know me know I love music. I love to dance. I love to sing. But don't crucify me for my voice because I have been told to keep it in the bathroom, sing in the showers and all that. But I don't care. I used to also try to dabble into singing in the choir, but God knows He forgives me for for my terrible voice. But today let's talk about the joy of music. Why is music good for us? Because we know it's good for us. Some of us who experience it, we see what it does for us and the joy we derive from it. So let's jump into it. Are you one of those who do you like music? Or are you one of those who you abhor music? And that would be a sad thing. Um, some of us, um, me in particular, I am proud. Not that I know all the languages there too, but you name it, any type of music I like, whether it's from a foreign country or from within the country, no matter what tribe it is, the young music, the old music, you name it. And even rap that people my age don't really understand. I love. So jazz, you name it, lyric music, folk music, and all that. The thing is that every genre has its own uniqueness to it. So when we get into music, the first question people ask is, what is it? Why is it so important in our lives? Why does it pull us? Because it's a pulling factor, this thing called music. Why? Because according to the comparison of all the literature out there, my research aspect, is that music acts as a total brain workout. Again, let me say that. It's so we do exercise of the body and all that. Music turns out to be a total brain workout or brain exercise that profoundly improves our mental, our emotional, and our physical well-being. So it's not just giving you one aspect, it's giving you the other aspects that matter. So when you dance, you are not only exercising your mental aspect of your brain and other parts, you're also doing that emotionally as well as physically. Not only that, it triggers the release of key neurochemicals. Our body functions with certain chemicals within our body to make us laugh, cry, do whatever. Um, but one of the things that music does is to help us bring up those chemicals like dopamine for pleasure. We all know that when you have dopamine running, you are in the pleasurable mood, you are in a good mood. It brings up oxytocin, that is a neurochemical for social bonding. So instead of taking the drug part of it, you are dancing. The music part will elevate that many people don't have, that they seek that particular neurochemical from other sources. But music has it for social bonding. And we're going to explain a little bit of all this later. And at the same time, it lowers your cortisol. That's another neurochemical to reduce stress. So you see people when they are stressed at the end of the day, when they have worked hard, they jump up and dance. I do that. And I encourage people. That's when I send, share my music and say, hey, get up and dance, because that really at the end, you see the stress of the long work day or the long beatings fall off. So music is good for us. Not only that, again, it rewires our minds. Okay, remember, they, our minds are carrying so much exercising, push and pull and all that. But when we listen to music, our minds get rewired. How does it do that? It boosts the neuroplasticity of, so the reshaping of all those neural neural networks that we have, all those chemicals kept coming to the surface. Our memory gets improved, believe it or not, because you have let the stress out. Everything else is falling to the floor, hopefully, and you're jumping around. Whether somebody's watching you or not, you're just listening. Either you're listening or you're dancing to it. It's the same thing that it brings to mind. So if you are in doubt, just sit at the end of a tired day and just put on your favorite music and listen to that. Okay. So I give people the example of, you know, um, for those of from my tribe, you always hear me to say that charity begins at home. Anytime you are, and try this, you are tired or you are sad or anything, put on Oriental, Sawari Oriental International music, and you see yourself singing along and coming alive. For those of you who like praise music, put on any gospel praise music, and you see you're singing alive, you see those chemicals in your body, making you smile, making you, putting you in a very good mood. If you like jazz, hey, do that. The blues even does that for people. And one of the ones that I have really begun to love so much is a rumba. The rumba songs, ah, they just deflate whatever it is, tension or whatever in your body. And so does every type. Um, and there are so many out there to choose from. Okay. Um, it also enhances your focus. You know, you when you listen to music, everything else, it stays on the side. You will listen to this lyric. And even if you're listening to music and doing something, you see yourself, really focusing on the music while you are doing other things automatically. Go figure, really. And at the same time, what music does is to reconnect your left and right side of your hemispheres. And then in so doing, it builds brain connections. So everything is in equilibrium, so to speak. Your thinking, your body, everything that flows. Apart from that, it also regulates your emotion. Okay, those thoughts that are running through you. If you're anxious, it reduces your anxiety. If in doubt, try it. Okay. Um, some people, even when they are so stressed, they begin to sing. They sometimes shed tears of joy without even knowing it. That is the joy of music. It elevates your mood because it releases this feel good. I've mentioned dopamine before, feel good neurochemicals, we said. So that's how it regulates your emotion. You know, it also eases depression. For those of you who are depressed, music is recommended. Okay, because what it does is your endorphins, those other chemicals in your body, they naturally come through. They naturally come to the surface, and that's the feel good about it. Um, Again, this is where at the end you find yourself sleeping more or sleeping deeply, then maybe you haven't slept for days. So music is really a good thing. And that's why a lot of people recommend them for schools. Whether you're beating the drums or you are blowing the horns or you are just singing your voice. Music, the joy of music is um, never overemphasized. Okay. And this is where you express your feelings, unashamedly, because you don't really care. The music is actually driving you to do whatever it is that you do without even knowing it. It also powers the body, believe it or not. Music, when you listen, and that's why some people who have blood pressure or that is high, music is recommended for them as a therapy to really, apart from drugs, to listen to, if you're playing, play it, and it lowers the blood pressure. For pain, it eases pain. And this is where sometimes this is used in the hospitals. There are some, on social media, you will see some doctors dancing with their patients, actually singing to them, or music is being played by the nurses, um, especially for these kinds of patients who are in pain nonstop. So music does that for them, easing their pain. Increases endurance. Okay, endurance. You also see music being played actually in operating rooms. Doctors who are operating there, like, okay, what's your best music? They are there for long hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, operating on this person. The only thing that keeps that in the, ability to stand for hours and focus and, not cut cut the wrong arteries and all that. It's the power of music. So it does a whole lot. And at the end, it will fight fatigue. Like I said before, if you're tired, go play some music and you find yourself coming down in the state of equilibrium. I have tried that. It works. Another big thing that music does is it connects communities. Again, music brings people together of all races, tribes, religion, you name it. Music does by fostering social bonding. And no other place did we see this as we saw it in the just recently concluded World Cup, FIFA World Cup, where 50 something, I don't know, 100 and something some countries came together from so many continents, and music. You could see them play, and I get the chills when I remember, or the goosebumps when I remember watching the crowd, the stadium-filled crowd of people listening to Rema, a Nigerian artist, singing in Pidgin English, and the world, young and old, singing to this music. Um, you know, it was amazing, and see how it brought all those cultures together from different aspects of life, even those who don't speak English or broken English in that case. Okay, so that's the social bonding. Music prevents loneliness. Those people, actually, when you go to some nursing homes, they try to play music for these, old people, especially when they are in their own respective rooms by themselves because they couldn't get up or get around. So to prevent that, the older people who are living by themselves, music is also recommended for them, whatever music they like, to play for them to prevent loneliness. And actually, for dementia patients, we have also heard about music being a support for the therapy given to these dementia patients. So we can go on and on and on and share more of the benefits of music. So there's a reason why we need to encourage music at all ages, at all levels. The really newborn baby will listen to music, the musical tone of the parent's voice. They will hear that. Um, Music is played in their little toys. You see all those. It's not just for the sake of doing it. There are reasons, benefits for doing those for both young, old, and in between. And so when you see music taken out of school curriculum, that's a no-no, because you are killing that aspect of life that people love away from them. In the healthcare setting, we need to increase also the use of music because we see the therapy. I forgot the doctor's name who will play music, and even the movement of the arms, and just there's for the patient who couldn't even get off of bed. It's unbelievable. So these are good therapy for everyone. And if you're healthy, it also helps you in all the ways that I have mentioned. So this is going to be a short one, but one of the things that I want to stress is that you never stop listening to music. There is joy in music, and it gives us a whole lot more than we can even share and or realize that it's giving us. Just listen to music, and quiet ones are there, noisy ones are there. I love rock and roll too. Can you imagine it? Bon Jovi plays. I want to listen to Bon Jovi. So it's all out there, and rock concerts make people jump up and down. It's great for the body and the soul. So there you have it. The joy of music is the joy of life. And take it from me, a music lover. I don't know when I cultivated that appetite, but it keeps me going as well as many others. So I hope you enjoyed my little thing on music, and that if you are not one to try to listen to the aspects that you like, it moves you. I shared on my wall um, a bishop, a Catholic bishop, dancing to the Ngwa war dance. And what is moving or was moving his shoulders and his body? The sound of the music. Okay. He may not have been dancing in the last few years, but whenever he picked up that appetite, it's what was resonating when we saw him doing those movements. It's the power of the rhythm of the music. Each music has the instruments about them. Each music has the rhythm about it. Each music has the vocal aspect that makes you want to cry or laugh. There are sad music, there are um, um, fun music, there are all type, but in most cases, they make you feel good. So, on that note, I welcome you to the world of music and hope that henceforth you will, tap into that aspect of life that has benefits that few, engaging. This is your hostess, Dr. Marcellina Ndidi, asking you to please subscribe or, actually like, if you don't mind. I am on YouTube. I have a channel, and you can look up me up as NDISCO'S Village Meeting Podcast. I am on other aspects, Instagram and more, and as well as uh, other music areas that also carry podcasts. Okay. On that note, thank you for listening. Share, and I see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful week. Thanks.